So hello and welcome to another video. This is Glenn, and today we're looking at pretty much the Turkish banknotes, but I've got the coins to go with the banknotes, and this is the inflation period in Turkish history. So we first with the coins, we have 4 sets of coins. So these ones were issued in the early 80s. There is a 1 lira, but I don't have that coin. And the highest coin issued, so this is 1987, and this is a 100 lira. Then in 88, so next year, they reduced the size of the coins. And you'll see that there is a timeline of coins being reduced in size for their value. So 100 lira. And these ones are issued up into the early 1990s, and then they fell out of use. So the first coins had 5 lira. These ones have Kemal Atatürk, and this one has a horse, Kemal Atatürk on a horse. Then we have the 10 lira. This is pretty damaged, but it's the only one I got. And they all have the same guy on the back. Okay, 25 lira, aluminium. Kemal Atatürk, the first president. And the 50 and 100 lira. So this is the start of the hyperinflation period. For this time, there was inflation, probably 10 to 20%, but nowhere near like 100, 200% that occurred later on. Then in the 80s, we have 100, 500. Then we have the 1,000, 2,500. So these ones, they get more decorative. These ones have plants on it. And then we have the 5,000. So this one has tulips. Nice. So this is the largest denomination till 1995. So here we have all these values. So this one actually comes with a 50 lira as well, smaller one, but I don't have the denomination, blah, 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 blah. And these ones were in circulation from 1988 to 2005. And then, so up until this period, with these coins, the highest valued banknote was 100,000. So in 1992, before these coins were issued, 100,000 lira, and the highest coin was 5,000. So in 2005, they reduced the coins. Again, you can see the 1,000 lira is reduced to a small copper coin. The 5,000, small brass coin. And then they issued a 10,000, 25,000, 50,000. And in 99, 2000, they issued a 100,000 lira. So at this period, roughly every 5 years, they reduced the size of the coins. And that's where these banknotes come in. So the 250,000 lira was first issued in 1992 when these coins were starting to be in circulation. I mean, the ones up the top were in circulation. And then as inflation picked up, they reduced the size of the coins. And if we look on the other side, has Kemal Atatürk. And this one's a bit different. Has him in a side portrait. So that is, and they had flowers on them as well, all of them. Quite nice. You can see the style of these two coins is the same to reflect the same denomination. And then in 2001, they reduced the size of the coins again. So these are copper nickel. We have 50,000, 100,000, and 250,000. So 250,000 lira. This is the highest denominated coin ever issued by any country. Because generally when there's hyperinflation, they don't even bother issuing coins for high denominations. They just issue banknotes. They're a lot easier, and because they know these are cheaper, and because they know they're not going to be in circulation for quite a long time, they don't even bother issuing coins. So this 250,000 lira was replaced by a coin in 2001. So let's have a look at the banknotes. Actually, look at the back of these coins, and the portrait of Kemal Ataturk is also different. So that on 100,000, it's the same portrait. 50,000, same portrait, and the 100,000 is the same as on the banknote. So that's the portrait they use, and looks a little bit dodgy there. They could have used a better picture of him. Okay, so first things first, when they revalued these banknotes in, well, the whole currency in 2005, it was 1 million lira equals 1 new Turkish lira. But this one is from 2009, and from 2005 to 2009 they issued a different coin with the metals in reverse because it was too much like the European 2 euro, and a lot of people used it even though the value is a bit different. And the Turkish lira has been falling in value pretty much ever since the 1920s. So in 2005, this 1 lira was equivalent to $1 Australian. But now you need at least 8 lira to equal $1 Australian. So in 16 years, you've pretty much lost 80% of your value, probably like 73 or something percent. But you lost majority of your value of your currency. And I'm not talking about inflation, I'm just talking about the devaluation of the coins. So on all these banknotes we have Kemal Ataturk on the front, and then we have various security features. So we start with the 250,000 lira, which was first issued in 92 and last issued in 2001 when it was replaced by a coin. And as you can see, serial number G, and this is 37 million. So, and someone's written something on Japanese 50 yen, so maybe this is equivalent to 50 Japanese yen, which is roughly about 60 Australian cents at the time. So that means this currency would not have been worth much, but I can't read the rest of it, so if anyone knows Japanese, please let me know. And also these ones have different watermarks. So there's one that's the same watermark. This one's a larger watermark, I think. And anyway, there's different watermarks, and on the back we have the bank seal here. So that one should match up the bank seal on the back. And there is a security thread. And that security thread says Cumhuriyet. Okay, TCMB. Turkey Cumhuriyet Merkez Bankası. So whatever the central bank of Turkey is up the top. And on the back we have a tower, and I believe this is the red tower in Alanya. So it does have the name there. So it's called Kizilkuli Alanya. So that's nice. Looks like a medieval Ottoman tower. So that's what is represented on the 250,000. Then the 500,000, which was first issued in 93. So obviously inflation had taken its toll. And this one was used into 2005, and it had an equivalent value of half a Turkish lira. So this one has a panoramic view, so you're looking at all of the monument, and this is the monument to the martyrs. And if you look at the, so it's Kale. So, and that is like a war memorial. And I believe this is somewhere near Gallipoli. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And that is a good banknote. So these two you're probably talking about in uncirculated condition, probably talking about $5. In this condition, probably $2 or $3. But I got these as a lot for I think about $5 or something. I can't remember exactly, but I got them just a few months ago. So the next banknote, which was issued in 1995, so this only was in circulation for 10 years, is the 1 million lira. Obviously, the banknotes, the design, it were translated into the new banknote. So this would have had the similar design to the 1 year lira when they issued it in 2005. And this has a dam, so this is the Ataturk Dam. So it's named after Kemal Ataturk, the first president, who is on the front of the banknotes. And Numistar does have some printing numbers, usually about 5 to 600 million. So all up, there's probably at least 1 or 2 billion 1 million lira banknotes that have been printed. And this one circulated until 2005 as well. Got watermark, security thread. You probably got UV as well, but I don't have a UV name. I just keep on forgetting to buy one. And this one is more likely the last series because it has S. I've seen T, but S. So this probably has at least 500 million banknotes printed. And then we have a 5 million lira. So this is not the same as Italy because in the 2000s the currency becomes stable. Roughly between 2000 and 2005 it was quite stable. But then when the current president took power, it's starting to become quite unstable. This banknote was issued in 1997. So that's pretty much a brown banknote. And this one has a date down here, 97. And here is the decree allowing the government to issue these banknotes. And there's over 1 billion of these printed. So these banknotes started from A. They probably go up to like past M. I haven't really seen what the letter is. So these are quite common banknote. And on the back, we have the mausoleum of Ataturk. So that's where this guy on the front is buried. So it looks pretty Greek style to me. This looks like Greek style building that they would have built in the Acropolis or any of major Greek buildings, sort of like a treasury or something like that. So that's quite a large place. You can find all this information on Wikipedia or just search the internet. And the highest banknote I have, which is the second highest banknote ever issued, is the 10 million lira. So this one has the image of Ataturk compared to the 1 million, moved over to the left. And it has a flame. And this one was issued in 1999. And the 20 million lira was issued in 2001. So, but this one gets a bit more expensive. So, this one has a letter G on Numistar, it just goes up to F. So these ones are probably like $5 to $10 each. When they were first taken out of circulation, they were equivalent of $10. But majority of these would have been replaced. So $10 is quite a lot of money, and as you get higher in value, you get a lot less banknotes that are kept. So this one has a 1513, so it has a name down there. Parity race. It says in Dunya, Haristan. So it looks like the Atlantic. So here it looks like the Africa. Just to me, this looks like Brazil. It looks like Africa. This looks like Spain. So it looks like an exploration of the Atlantic Ocean. And there's the sun. So this is more less to do with Turkish history, and more to do with just general world history, even though it probably was a Turkish ship that they are commemorating here, that I haven't looked up. So this one, yeah, probably at least $5 or $10. We'll have a look at two banknotes, see their values. So here I have a few items. So we got like nearly $2, nearly $3 for circulated series. What we're looking for is a good banknote. So these are all circulated. Then we have one here. So if we just check it, this one looks uncirculated. So you talk about $5 Australian. And is that one similar to the banknote I've got? Yes, it is the same. And we're looking at the signatures. But this one's I, this one's G. That's the main difference. And this one's circulated. And this one's in pretty good condition. So these banknotes are actually quite cheap. They're hyperinflation banknotes, so these would have been printed in excess. And you see, if you're paying more than $3 for these banknotes, then you're probably paying a bit too much. So next we're going to check the 5 million lira. And we've got some bids on $1. And buy it now, $10 in. So I've got from lowest to biggest. So this one gets a bit expensive in uncirculated, talking about $20. In used condition, you're talking about $10. Let's see if there's any sold items of this. Okay, yeah, $20 for an uncirculated one. So this one is a pretty high banknote. In this condition, you're probably talking about $5. So, probably even less really. But just remember, in 2005, this was equivalent to $5. And while there are quite a few banknotes, not that many of them are sold. So we've got 10 million that sold for $15. And for the 20 million lira, we don't have many on eBay. So we've got this one in pretty good condition, sold for $29. And then you got a group of 8 that sold for $133. So you're probably talking about $15 each. So these ones are not very cheap. Oh wait, yeah, not very cheap banknote. So the 20 million lira, if you wanted to get a whole set of these, will be the most expensive to get. If you want uncirculated, probably talking about $40 or $50, because the majority of them would have been turned into the bank. So not many of them would have been kept, especially if they know that the currency is just going to continue to lose value. So basically, if you're going to buy these banknotes, then you should wait until the currency loses all its value. So that's what I do, especially the current Turkish banknotes. I'll just wait till inflation just removes their value, then go along and buy it, like these ones have happened to them. But you know, when they redenominate the currency, the highest banknotes will be harder to get. Like the Zimbabwe, $100 trillion, which costs about like $150 now, which back in 2008 it cost like $5. So it would have been a good investment if you ever get one. So anyway, the thing about hyperinflation banknotes is to keep all the highest values that you can if you think they're going to redenominate for a lot of the currencies. Yeah, probably Venezuela is not the case. All their banknotes are worthless. And have awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you for watching my video. Hope this helps with values and the currency of the Turkish lira. And have awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.